Welcome to Intellipaat. In today's session, we will be learning about Power BI. But before we begin the session, make sure to subscribe to our channel and also hit on the bell icon so that you will never miss an update from us.
Introduction of Power BI. So what is Power BI? Well, Power BI is nothing but a tool which is used to attain business intelligence, guys. So it is a business analytics solution that lets you visualize your data, share insights across your organization, inside your teams, outside your teams, in fact, even to a different organization as well. And then later, whatever graphs, visualizations you have put out from your data, you can put it in an application, you can put it on a website and show them and use them later as well, guys. So basically, it allows you to connect hundreds and hundreds of data sources and bring your data to life with live dashboarding and reports, guys. So basically, this is what you can see, right? So you have certain numbers which might not make sense, but then at the end of the day, if you convert numbers to these beautifully looking graphs and visualizations, then that has so much impact for a non-technical person, for a person who's from a business domain, or let's say in a board of directors meeting as well, because at the end of the day, visualizations and images attract the human consensus pretty much 3,000 times faster than numbers is what it's something that I read last year. So on that note, why do you have to use Power BI in particular? It's an offering from Microsoft, as you guys might know it, and Power BI is again a giant in the world of business intelligence, guys. So the first reason of why you should use Power BI is to help you make informed decisions very quickly, guys, and not just informed decisions, not informed in just any simple way. You're gonna have all the details, you're gonna know your data in and out with respect to visualizations, with respect to what your data is doing, why it is acting the way it is, and what is the outcome, and how good or bad is the outcome, guys. So all of these will help the company in terms of the associate level all the way till the director, CTO, CEO levels, and to help them basically take a very good decision and do this very quickly as well, guys. So this brings us to the next reason of why you should consider Power BI. Power BI is basically this one tool with so many features that it pretty much help you connect your data, connect your models. It'll help you model the data that you're connecting, and then pretty much you can explore your data. You can create all of these very good looking visualizations, visual reports basically, and then you can talk to your multiple teams about it. You can talk to just one team, designer team, business intelligence team, sales team. You can have all of these guys collaborate, pitch in on what they want to see at the end of the day, and then publish it to them and eventually share it to all your board members or other members of the teams as well, guys. So this brings us to the next reason of why you should consider Power BI, especially this particular reason, guys, because there's a statement which I read. It says that Power BI pretty much is again one of the most well-faring BI tools in the world today. And I think this reason pretty much this reason of why you should use BI actually connects to that. Basically what we're trying to say here is that you can take data from hundreds of sources, like I just said, and no matter where your data lives, Power BI has the ability to connect it and pull it and pretty much give you visualizations based on that as well, guys. And not just any visualization, you can have stunningly amazing looking interactive visualizations which will catch a lot of attention of a lot of people as well, guys. So then there's another reason which is again very good. As a company, collaboration is a foundation, right? So all your reports which will get published among your teams, all your dashboards which will get published among your teams, basically all of you guys together will come share insights about what's going on. All of you will have an idea of how your business is doing, and this will help you understand your business inside out thoroughly, guys. So what that further does is pretty much that will help you take your desk to wherever you go, because at the end of the day, Power BI apps can talk to any of the apps basically built by Microsoft, and all of these will give you very good seamless access to insights whenever you want, at your home, at your office, or if you're on the move as well, guys. So this brings us to the actual process of how Power BI works. Well, guys, to simplify it, I'm going to take it very slow, since the intent here is to make the all of the audience from the beginner level to the advanced level understand this. So I'm going to be a little slow here, and I hope you guys catch on to what I'm saying. So this is how Power BI works basically in the chain, guys. So there are there are pretty much 5 major steps of how it works. Step 1 is data connection. Next we have data transformation, we have data modeling, we have data visualization, and data reporting as well, guys. So coming to the first step, which is data connection, as I've already told you, you can talk to hundreds of resources at the same time and get Power BI to pretty much pull all the data from any, let's say, Twitter, Facebook. It can be any big data solutions, Hadoop, Hive Pig. Any of these guys can talk to Power BI and get the data into your system where it can be processed and worked on. And the best part, in my opinion, about the data connection part of Power BI is that it is extremely simple to import data into Power BI. Or let's say you want to upload a custom file on your own and you just don't want to pull data from anywhere else. Guys, Microsoft Power BI's interface is so simple, it actually makes it very easy even for a beginner to get started on this, guys. So coming to data transformation, which is the second step basically. So after data loading, what the data needs to be done at this point of time, your data will be very unruly, it will be very shabby, it will be very raw. There's a good chance it will not be structured as well. So basically we do this step which is called as pre-processing. And pre-processing, the literal term is data shaping or data transformation as well. So in this pre-processing, we do a lot of changes and transformation in the data so that the next steps becomes very easy and maintains very good accuracy as well. So processing, how is it done? Well, basically we can do a lot of changes to the data that's present. You can rename your columns, you can rename your tables, you can change the type of data. So you can convert text to numbers to text, you can modify the rows, modify the columns, modify the data with each and every cell in the two-dimensional matrix of data that you see, and much more, guys. So data transformation plays a very vital role as a second step into achieving very good visualization. And this brings us right to the third step, which is data modeling. Data modeling, again, is a very important step because data modeling will help you enhance your data in a way where when you're doing visualization, you do not pick up on any outliers, or you do not pick up on any data which will basically hurt your visualizations and decrease the accuracy of your model. So to do that, we need to enhance our data. We need to make sure that the data is extremely efficient, it is extremely to the point, where when we go ahead and graph it out, it looks perfect, guys. So basically, how is this done? Well, data can be enhanced by doing a lot of things, guys. You can do a lot of calculations on the data, you can have some hierarchies, you can map your data one to other, you can give relations to your data, you can have certain set of measures where you're pretty much asking your data to stay in a certain set of limits. You can build certain relationships among a couple of rows, couple of columns, and much more, guys. So the data is enhanced basically to make it more efficient to the next step, which is data visualization. This is the heart of Power BI because this is where pretty much your data goes from looking like numbers or something on a spreadsheet to graphs, guys. And not just any graphs, those are beautiful looking visualization, as I'll just show it to you in a moment. But then this is a very important step because you will not just have access to one or two types of graphs. You'll have a variety, you'll have a plethora of visualization types where you can go on to use it based on your personal requirement, guys. So this will feel like a tailor-made requirement to any company who require business intelligence. And then since they offer loads and loads of tools for us, it is actually one of the main reasons why Power BI will give you these attractive looking, amazing and beautiful reports, guys. So this brings us to the biggest advantage basically is that let's say you guys might have questions in the comment section basically, which says you might not have any coding experience, but then is Power BI for you as well? Guys, know that the advantage of Power BI is that even a person who is an MBA, who's a business guy, who has never written a single line of code in his life can come up with extremely good analytics using Power BI, guys. And then this is a very high paying job as well. The average salary is very high. And then if you can think about being in the information technology sector without writing code, then business intelligence could be one of your ways to actually amassing a lot of wealth and at the same time enjoying your job. Because for me personally, I love seeing visualizations as the output of Power BI, guys. And this brings us to the next step, which is basically data reporting. By data reporting, basically what we try to do is Power BI comes up with a lot of services. There is much more than what meets the eye in terms of Microsoft services, any services of course. And then these basically dashboards are used to create reports. These reports can be physically created, they can be put on a website, they can be published and exported in a very secure manner as well. So it is not that you create a couple of graphs and anyone can access those graphs, guys. So these are done under very high encryption, and you can export it and publish it and much more as well, guys. So coming to another important point of data reporting is that it is not a manual task. In fact, Power BI supports automatic data refresh, which can be set up once and then left as is. And what this does is this will give you almost real-time analytics of trends and results. So it will update itself on its own, and you do not have to have a human there intervening, putting in the new results, putting in new visualizations and whatnot, guys. So it supports an automatic data refresh, and this in my opinion is a very good advantage of a business intelligence tools, guys.
Just a quick info, guys. Intellipaat provides Power BI online certification training in partnership with Microsoft, mentored by industry experts. The course link is given in the description below. Now, let's continue with the session.
What is my roles and responsibilities? If I am a BI developer, if I'm a data analytics developer, so what are my roles and responsibilities in an organization? Visuals automatically speak. Why do you want this all? Why do you want to do this? What is the importance of data in a personal level? At a personal level, how important the data is, guys. So to do that, I want to do an activity, guys. I want you guys to help me in doing this activity, and I want to do something like, I want to create a small project in the sense I want to define a process of purchasing a mobile phone. This is my favorite example, guys. This is my favorite example, which makes sense to what the importance of data is. Purchasing a mobile phone. Nowadays, everyone uses smartphone, right? Now, whenever we use a smartphone, so there are a lot of things that I will consider before purchasing a mobile phone, like screen size, resolution, memory, camera. Many options are there that we consider, and more importantly, budget. I have this requirement. These are my requirements, guys. So these are my requirement. Based on this, I will purchase a mobile phone. So now, with these requirements in my mind, what I do? What's the first step I do, guys? We spend a little bit time in understanding what product I have to purchase, which brand phone I have to purchase. Isn't it? Everyone does that. First, you go to YouTube videos, right? You see various YouTube videos. We go to YouTube videos for YouTube reviews, and many people nowadays, they are putting their videos as reviews. And then second source of information that I go and get information is, I go to various websites. Various websites, say it is a GSM Arena, Gadgets 360, and many other websites, which will give me information on the various products and help me to compare. And this is textual information. Third source is my family and friends suggestions, isn't it? Suggestions, and which is an audio or verbal. And finally comes another very important section of data that I have is my previous experience, guys. Previous experience means before purchasing my current new phone, I was using another phone, right? Previously. So previous experience. So now this is my previous experience. So all this. So what is the process? Let's define a model. Let's define a model of this entire process. So it's a journey which start in the information. Yes, these are place information. Now what I do, guys, after I get this information, and I will collect this information in my mind. I'll collect this information in my mind. I will call it as collection of data. This is nothing but data, right? All for data, video data, or textual data, audio data, and our personal intelligence data. Okay. Then what I do after that, I clean that information. I integrate that information. So different structure of data. See here, guys, video. The data is coming from video. The data is coming from text. The data is coming from audio. So we have to merge all this information. We call integration. And the term that we use in IT is ETL, extract, transform, and load. So why do we do this, guys? Because the data coming from different sources, we need to merge in order to enable better data analytics. It could be like data cleaning. Some of the time we don't have headers. We have to add headers to the table. Sometimes we don't have some missing values. We have to filter those missing values. So all this kind of cleaning is done here. In integration part, we'll do that. Next, after integrating this, after getting the information from these 4 different sources, what I will do, guys, this information I will analyze. I'll start analyzing this. I will start analyzing this information because now everything is in single place. I'll start analyzing this information. Now, after analyzing, what I do, guys, I will take a decision, which is the next step. And finally, I will decide which phone to take. Finally, I'll make a decision. Quality of the product that we purchase. Next, money that we are spending, we want to make worth for this. Correct? So everyone in our subconscious mind, we do this, but no one till today, we never thought today this can be formulated. No one tried to put this in a diagram. And earlier, the data which was getting generated, as we have these 4 sources of data, earlier back 20 years, 30 years back, we didn't have much data that was getting generated. So we didn't give much importance for this process. Now, when we have more and more data that is getting generated, this process became much more complicated. And for that, this process, some wise person gave name as business intelligence. BI. This is the personal level, guys. Think this is a personal level. You are just purchasing a mobile phone. Now, think how will instead of purchasing a mobile phone, if you are an owner of a mobile phone manufacturing company, now the project got changed to selling a mobile phone. Then what do? You follow the same steps again, guys. You follow the same step, but the complexity will increase. The number of stages here will get increased. Means what? Number of source of information will be changed. Like if you are selling a mobile phone, then you want to be best in the market. So when you will be the best in the market, when you do proper analysis, when you understand what customer is needing, if you understand what mistakes I did in the past, if you understand which are the age groups who are preferring my products good, who are preferring my products, and if some countries are not having not using my mobile phone, then what is that missing in my product that is not reaching the expectation? So all this information that I collect and pass through this cycle and help me to take a decision, and I will just go to the market and implement that decisions. The steps remain same, the cycle remains same, the process remains same, but the steps will get added. Like after integrating, think at the business level. If you are integrating this something, then you want to store that information. You want to store that information. Here comes the storage. See, in my personal case, I don't need storage because I have my personal intelligence. I can store in my mind. But here we need storage. And here analyzing, before and after analyzing and decision making, we have discussions with the stakeholders. A round of discussions will happen. See, as the problem get bigger and bigger, as the money involved get bigger and bigger, as the number of persons involved will get larger, then the steps involved in this process will increase. But ultimately the goal is same. I want to just stand out and make my business profitable. Ultimate goal is that. And how can I deliver this thing? How can I deliver this to a business user? How can I deliver this to my clients? This information using tools like Power BI. Anyone who is not from BI background, hope this makes sense to you, because if you are working on business intelligence, then you'll be familiar with this process. But anyone who is new to BI, who is aspiring to get into the field of business intelligence or data analytics, this would help you to understand your role. Now your role is, we are not owning the company. I'm not the owner, but the Samsung or any mobile phone company owner will hire me to help him in doing this process. And that is why Power BI becomes a choice. So Power BI can collect information from a number of sources. Power BI can integrate, clean the information. Power BI can store data inside it. Power BI will help us to analyze the information, and Power BI will enable the business users to take decisions. And to analyze, the best way to analyze data is through visuals or charts. Because why charts, guys? There is no hardcore rule that we have to use charts only, but that is human psychology, that 90% of the information that a human mind can grasp is through visuals. 90% through visuals, especially through charts, through the images, charts. A lot of information is captured by our mind, so we prefer visualization. That where the term came, visual and visualization. So like bar chart, like pie chart, we create charts to communicate. For example, I will take another chart here. Think, guys, this is my chart, a bar chart, and I will draw a line here. This is my sales and this is my year, and these are the number of sales that is happening. And now, okay, this is 2010, 11, 12, 13, obviously 2014, because the size of the bar is highest. So I'm communicating a message to the end user, telling that in the year 2014 the sales was higher, and in 2015 it went down. Now the business user, end user, he will think why the sales went down. He will interact with the employees. He will go and survey the market. So why my products are not getting sold? So that enable a business decision taking through visuals. So we are communicating a message that we call it as storytelling. Means we are putting this as a story using the dashboards, and that is where Power BI comes into picture. And Power BI is a visualization tool which will enable a user to collect the information, to clean the information, to store, to analyze, and ultimately help a end user to take better decisions. And in the program, we are going to learn all these various steps. And at the time of integration, a very common thing that you might have learned, YAM language in Microsoft, YAM language and DAX language. We'll be concentrating on these two languages, which will help you to create your data cleaning, to clean your data better. And data collection, think you might be having data in SQL Server. Think you might be having data in Oracle Server, in flat file, Excel file, from web services, web data. It could be any data. So we'll be learning to collect information from all these sources and implement DAX language to clean the data. And finally, through charts, there are more than 30 to 40 types of chart we'll be learning in the program. 30 to 40 types of chart we'll be learning in the program that will help you to give a message through the charts. And this program also covers very much frequently asked interview questions, and the learning pattern is set up in such a way that it will help you all the topics that are covered in the program, which will help you to appear for DA 100 data analysis certification. The program is designed in such a way. So all these aspects are very important to become a data analyst or BI developer. So let me just see then whom do we have from the team.
Just a quick info, guys. Intellipaat provides Power BI online certification training in partnership with Microsoft, mentored by industry experts. The course link is given in the description below.